come to the next topic. Evolution of storytelling in public relations and CSR and its importance in reaching the last mile. Big topic to discuss, but I am not sure. May need to do injustice to our speaker. Just, uh,
Sudipta Basak, sir.
Sudipta Bashar, you are from Mumbai. Are you having a PR and agency, PR and advertising agency like this?
No, sir. I'm from Hindustan Petroleum.
Pardon?
Hindustan Petroleum, HPC.
Oh, I see.
Thank you.
Slide changer.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. We have a very short timeline in which I have to present. The topic is a very interesting topic which was given to me, that storytelling in PR, CC and CSR. We all know that storytelling is a fundamental part of being human. Now, this sentence, I want to prove you by showing you some photographs here. Can I have the next slide, please? So if you can see, this is a cave painting. Anybody have seen this? In the last PRSI conference which was held in Bhopal, we visited one site which is Bhimbetka, which is very near to Bhopal. Next slide, please. So these cave paintings are around 40,000 to 10,000 BCE. So my point is, in these cave paintings, our earlier ancestors used to showcase that how the hunting used to take place, what were the rituals. They used to pass on the legacy of theirs from one generation to the next generation. Can I go to the next slide, please? We are all aware of what is happening here. This is basically a setup of a Gurukul, where the Guru used to teach its students by way of storytelling what is our history and what are our rituals and what is the legacy that we have. Can we move to the next slide? So these are also around 5000 BC. The next, please. These are ancient writings. These are hieroglyphics and some ancient Chinese writings, which are quite old, around 3500 BC, which was used to pass on the story of that point in time. So basically, my point here is the storytelling is basically a way of communicating what we are doing right now to the future generations, to affect the future generations who are coming and to learn from that. Next, please. Next, please. This is a Roman theater where various kinds of comedy and tragedy and warfare were being showcased to the public. Next, please. Next. This is a shadow puppetry which used to happen around 100 BC. Next, please.
A glass of water.
Next. So this is then the transition began to radios and next, then to traditional movie cinemas, and now we are in the phase of, next slide, in the phase of social media, where the current storytelling is happening in forms of reels, in forms of various TikTok videos, in forms of YouTube shorts. Can we go to the next, please? And also to various TV OTT channels like Netflix, Prime Video, etc. Next, please. So far from being a mere PR tactic, good storytelling can form the foundation of everything a business does. Now from storytelling in common world, I come to the storytelling in the PR world. Can I go to the next slide, please? Next, 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 next. Yeah, so these are some of the statistics which prove my earlier statement that good storytelling is extremely important. If you see that 92% of consumers want brands to make that feel like a story. These are taken from Harvard Business School review, and these are well researched statistics which showcase the importance of storytelling in PR and corporate communication. Can I go to the next slide, please? So it's not just about having a great product. Like everybody in this company, this have great products. But what captures the audience mind is a great storytelling, which resonates with them. So I want to prove this with a short video which comes next. Next, please. Yeah, so who knows this brand? I think everybody, all the men here might have used this brand for one point in time. This was introduced in 1937. Since 1937 till now, this brand has been relevant to their customers. How? Now 2010, they were losing significance. Can I go to the next slide, please? They were losing significance. So they wanted something which will resonate with the new crowd. They wanted an ad or a PR campaign that will give them that kind of a boost. Can I go to the next slide, please? The audio, please.
You're on a boat with a man your man could smell it. What's in your hand? Back at me. I have. It's an oyster with 2 tickets to that thing you love. Look again. The tickets are now diamond. Anything is possible when your man smells like Old Spice and not a lady. I'm on a horse.
Next, please. So they launched this campaign, the man your man could smell like. So this was a campaign which was launched. This is one of the videos. They launched a series of videos on YouTube. It was such a huge success. It garnered millions of views because, see, when you discuss, men bathing products, they do not get a lot of significance in households. It is usually the women who take the decisions. So they influenced through this marketing the women to buy products for their men. And then that is why it was, if you see the ad, it is more alluring to the women, the man your man could smell like. So that is why they could reach to the younger audience. They had an engaging storyline that was humorous, shareable, and it really clicked with the audience. Now go to the next slide, please. I will skip this slide. This is basically the traditional modes of PR. We all are aware of. Everybody of us are doing this, like press releases, press conferences. But what is the role of today's PR is modern PR storytelling. So I'll touch upon some of the points with some examples. Next slide, please. So your PR storytelling has to be authentic and transparent. It should be a genuine communication, and it should be building trust with the audience. Next, please. So this is a very famous brand in US called Patagonia, which only produces outdoor, sportswear. So what they do is they have a self-imposed earth tax of 1% on them. They have an ironclad guarantee, and they use recycled products. They have a sustainable supply chain, and they advertise it in a very open and a transparent manner. They have a very, very rigorous and a very, loyal fan following, and people only buy those kind of products which are actually produced by Patagonia. So this is their niche. They have created a carved niche in, the world of Adidas, Nike, and all those outdoor sporting brand by only focusing on the sustainable, the environmental part of it. The next slide, please. Humanizing the brand. You have to make your brand very human. They should have an emotional connect. It should show employees, your stakeholders, and your real life experiences. Next slide, please. So Airbnb, through this ad, they started celebrating diversity. Now, you will not connect Airbnb, which is a rental selling app, to diversity, but they connected with this kind of ads to the diversity part of it, and showed that their hosts are people which are real people they want to connect with, and they attracted a lot of people to use Airbnb instead of hotels. When they used to travel abroad, they used to look forward to Airbnb because they know who their host is. They used to connect with their host. So that kind of branding, they humanized the brand. They took a product and made it more human. Next slide, please. Multimedia storytelling. We need to be on different platforms to attract different kind of audiences. Next, please.
Auspicious occasion of Diwali.
So
which
this
a
is one
celebration of
experiment that we did in Hindustan Petroleum recently, which is about, we launched a talk show where we used to speak to our higher management, and those talk show we aired it on YouTube, and we send it to all the employees across our corporation and also to our stakeholders, so that they could connect with it and they could leverage. And a person who is sitting in Ladakh, a person who is sitting with Kanyakumari will never be able to meet director HR or director marketing or the chairman. But through this media, we took that person to them and they understood that person and connected with that person. Next, please. User generated content. Next, please. So Starbucks did a very interesting contest in one of the Christmas. They call it #the Red Cup contest. What they did is they asked users to create graphic designs for their cups, and they showcased those cups in their outlets. They also showcased it on their social media, and they garnered a lot of traction through it. Like the users, they were designing and they were very happy to see their faces. They also took the stories behind those designs and showcased to every one of them. And that really connected with the audience and with the people who are their customers. Next, please. Data-driven narratives. This is being used by Next. This is being used by a lot of media houses. Next, please. A lot of media houses like Telegraph, Times of India. You can see these kind of graphics in during COVID in newspapers. Trying to use the graphics to tell people that how much is the pandemic affecting you. This is one such. Not everybody's got fever. We were having that everybody's got fever. So this is kind of a data-driven narrative. Next, please. Real-time storytelling. Next. Next, please. We are all aware of this, right? Amul. They do it very, very well. Every time something happens in the country, they make a cartoon of it and publish it in the newspaper, in the social media, and we all get instantly connected with it. Amul need not have to do that. They are a milk selling brand. But they do this because they catch the attention of the person and they get an emotional connect because of that. Next, please. Now I come to the most important part of it, which is the storytelling for a cause, which is actually storytelling for CSR. Can I go to the next slide, please? In the era of conscious consumerism, people don't just buy products. They buy into your company's values. They buy what you are. Can I go to the next slide, please? Next. 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 Yeah, so if you see this, these are some of the stats from HBS, which prove my earlier statement, which is actually a lot of people, especially the millennials and the Gen Z, they are buying into your products because they are connecting with the companies. They are connecting with the values of the companies, not the products or services, the values. Can I go to the next slide, please? So a short on what we do in Hindustan Petroleum. We spend around 155 to 200 crores. And we are spending on childcare, on healthcare, on education, and on skill development. Go to the next slide, please. Now, storytelling for a cause, we have to build an emotional connection, right? There are only 3 parts in this. First is the emotional connection. Now, we have a very interesting service that we do, which is Dil Without Will. We give free surgeries to all those people who have, all those children who have a heart issue. And this is being done in Ahmedabad and in Punjab right now. So the stories, what we are doing is we are not only telling about that we are doing heart surgeries, we are telling the stories of the patients from the beginning when they were struggling to get a service and to next when they have received the services, including the stories of the facilities. So it is giving us a very good traction on social media and on various medias. Next, please. Demonstrating impact. One such great case study here is by Coca-Cola 5 by 20. So we remember that in 2018-19 there was a lot of negative traction going on Coca-Cola, that they sell pesticides and they are very, very harmful for that. So they launched this campaign through this CSR media called 5 by 20. 5 million women they will be empowering by 2020, and that was a huge, huge success because they actually on the ground they empowered 5 million women, and they showed those tangible evidences to the world, and that gave them a lot of positive impact. All this negativity was kind of washed away because of this campaign. Next, please. Long-term relationship building. We know that in JNK there was a lot of anguish, internal anguish with the Indian Army. So, in collaboration with Indian Army, we launched this campaign called Ladakh Ignited Minds, then Kashmir Super 30, where we were prepping the students to appear for exams, so that they can appear and crack big exams like NEET or JEE. Next, please. So the final challenge is, we have discussed like we have to tell stories, but that story should go to the last mile, and that should connect and resonate with the audience. So what you need to do is, next please. This small case study that we had done, I think all the oil and gas PSU members here will resonate with this. This is about Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana, or what we call colloquially is the blue flame revolution. So if you know that before 2016, there were only 55% of households in India who have LPG connections. Today, we have close to 99.9% people who have LPG connections. In just a matter of 6 to 7 years, we transformed this. We gave around 10 crore LPG connections. It was possible because we devised very, very innovative storytelling mediums to capture to the last mile. Like one of the two that I have highlighted is mobile cinemas and LPG panchayats. Now I'm targeting an audience who is below poverty line, who is not aware of what is going on in the social media, who cannot read newspaper, who cannot understand outdoor hoardings. So what we did is we put cinemas in their places, mobile cinemas, and we did feature films. And during those feature films, we did this ads of CSR, and because of that, I'm just winding it up, sir. Because of that, that got a very good response of that. Thank you very much. Storytelling is the thread that guides message through last mile, leaving a lasting imprint on perception, behavior, societal impact. Thank you very much.